Good day everyone, I am Musimario Dao, a BS Criminology student 2 Section C. So, good day sir. So, our topic for today is Chapter 1, Photography. There are three definition terms of photography. First is photography. Second is police photography. Third is forensic photography. So, let's start. First is photography. The word photography is a derivative of two Greek words which means pose. It is light and graphia meaning write. So therefore photography base translate is to write with light. So that is a photography. So the next is police photography. Police photography is an art or science which deals with study of the principles of photography, the preparation of photography evidence and its application to police work. So that it is a police photography and it is an application to the police. So the third is forensic photography. It is an art or science of photography documenting a crime scene and evidence for laboratory examination and analysis for purposes of court trial. So that is forensic photography. So that is a definition of terms in photography. So let's move to the historical evolution of forensic photography, and there have five historical evolution of forensic photography. First is the basic components of photography. So that the basic components, there have three basic components of photography. First is light. The days of creation. In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. So the second is equipment. The portable camera obscura, so the Latin for dark chamber, was used by artists or painters to get accurate perspective of natural scene and skull of their subjects. So the third is chemical. Light sensitivity of silver nitrate and silver chloride solution was discovered and investigated in 18s. Thomas Wedgwood and Humphrey they produced photograms, and that is a first historical evolution of forensic photography that called the basic components of photography. So let's move to the next. True photography in 1839 is generally known as the birth year of photography. William Henry Fox Talbot explained the process he had invented to a calotype at the Royal Society of London, so that William Henry was invented a calotype. So the next is application, criminal application. The story of forensic science and criminal investigation is both rich and exciting. The discoveries and observation of our procedures is likewise and surprising and comforting. The great men and women who paved a path of enlightenment in crime investigation continue to teach us long, so that in criminal application was discovered and observations to procedures the crime investigations. So that the next is legal foundation of photographic evidence. So for black and white photographs in 1859, the virgin was used in a civil case, Leo versus United States, and to decide on authenticity of photographs in comparing signatures. So that in legal foundation of photographic evidence. So the last of historical evolution of forensic photography. The last is criminology education. So in 1902, Dr. R.A. Reis, professor at the University of Lausanne, Switzerland, set up one of the first academic curriculum forensic science. So that is first academic curriculum in the forensic science. So Dr. R.A. was the first academic curriculum in forensic science. So that in 1950, August Valimer, Chief of Police of Berkeley, California, established the School of Criminology at the University of California. So that August Valimer was established the book of the criminology at the University of the California, and the last one of the last is the principle of photography. So there are principle of photography. Different authors of photography books have a different approach in explaining the principles of photography, but to our mind, the one expounded by attorney Avelino Aquino in his book Police Photography, its principles and practice is the best articulated. So that is a book of police photography. A photograph is the mechanical and chemical result of photography. To produce a photograph, light is needed. Aside from sensitized materials, lights unreflected or radiated by a subject must reach the sensitized materials, while all other lights must be excluded. The exclusion of all unwanted and necessary lights is achieved by placing the sensitized material inside a camera. So that is a photograph, chemical and chemical. And that's all for today. Thank you and God bless us all.